old microphone headset, to be truthful, until my new one arrives later on this week. This is a new video from Jameel Rawls. My reputation was being ruined all over Muskegon County by criminals and informants. Yeah, it definitely wasn't by your own videos.
Yeah, I'm doing a video on how my reputation.
Jeez, and how much weight has he gained, by the way? Remember when he was like getting svelte? When he went crazy a couple of summers ago, and he was just skip roping? I'm skip roping, Muhammad Ali.
Was being slandered, and the Rawls name was being ruined all over Muskegon County.
You don't even know what those words
And
mean.
one of the first things that happened was I started noticing with the way the gang stalking was working. I was going over people's houses, and people would just show up over the house I didn't know. And there was an instance where I went over these girls' house, and this was in downtown Muskegon. Okay, now I'm familiar, like I know a lot of guys in the Mason Street area
Not
and a
gonna
lot
start
of
going
guys
into
in the Wood
history
Street
and
area.
Muskegon and
Like there's a black neighborhood in downtown Muskegon, the Mason area. Like I know
We've heard it a
DT,
million
Dante
times.
Jefferson,
Every time,
Little
doesn't matter how long
Chi-Town,
off I take. I come back to this
Peanut,
guy's videos, he's
like
still saying
all
the
the
same
guys
things.
around my age or close to my age from the Mason end. Like I know a lot of those guys.
Great.
The Wood Street area, I know Daquan Buchanan,
I'm sure everyone knows
Mario
you, Jameel.
Buchanan. Mario got a baby by my first cousin, and the Buchanan family downtown is like huge. It's like the Gamble family. Like everybody knows them. The Pine Street area downtown, like Poobie and Benoit and stuff. Those are all my cousins.
Chris
Ben's my cousin from the
Benoit!
Howard family.
Chris
So like
Benoit!
all the black people know me around Muskegon.
All the black
And
people.
I went over to one house downtown.
They
This
all
is
live in
over
one
on
house.
Isabella. And so, I go in the house, and I'm sitting there, and you know, a lot of people know my brother, Little Kurt Robinson. He has a brother named Teray that went to prison from jumping some guy on Broadway Street years ago, and
Nice
like
people.
all these black people know me downtown, and so I got brothers and sisters like all
Your
over
reputation is
heights
being
downtown,
ruined by
and so
criminals and informants. You mean
I
like
go
your
over to a
friends?
house,
Criminals?
and one of the girls is saying she had something sent
They're
to
not
her
his friends.
phone or her Facebook telling her she had to watch me because there was something wrong with me or something I was like making me look crazy.
Yeah, or
And
the
this
fact
was
that you
like
stalked someone.
really insulting my intelligence because I'm not trying to be disrespectful. But the level of people I had to deal with was humiliating. You know, there was another instance where I went over a friend's house. It was a cousin actually. And as soon as I go over there, this big fat girl shows up.
Oh, this big fat girl. Look who's speaking, mate. Size of this guy now. He probably doesn't realise, you don't realise when you gain weight because you see yourself every single day. And then one day you're just like, Jesus Christ.
And my sister is Nora, and Nora is married to Idris Golden. And Idris Golden is known all over Muskegon. Like everybody knows Idris Golden. Like Idris's family, the Golden family, is like a huge family. Like everybody knows Idris Golden. And
What was this getting to? How was this pertain to what you were saying?
then my father being Curly and Rawls,
Curly and Rolls. I'm gonna write that down. Curly and Rolls.
and the Howard family. I was like
Didn't you run
all
away
the
when you
black
were a
people
kid?
know me in Heights downtown. So I go over to this one house, and there's this big fat girl named Stephanie there,
Stop calling her a big fat girl. That's mean.
and she knows my sister. And you know, I'm not being disrespectful to her. You know, she was big at the time, so she.
So why even say it? Like, we don't need to know that. I'm not being disrespectful or anything. These bitches and hoes and burger bitches and I'm a cum these bitches. I'm a none these bitches. Jameel, I've got all the videos, but then I don't think he even cares. Like he was saying he was respectful back then, even as he was saying those things. Remember when he was trying to class it up when he was on the Sorry, I didn't mean to say bitches. These ladies hoes.
She comes into the house and she tells my brother or not my brother, she tells my cousin something about me saying, "Oh yeah, there's something on Facebook about Jameel saying Jameel tried to molest some girl or something like that," and
It's not. See, this guy is just like he's endlessly, and although maybe I don't know, maybe they did see him try to molest him on Facebook. I don't know. I didn't see the post, but doesn't matter how he relays or when he relays a story from a previous one of his previous events or incidents in his life. Every single part of the story is always like just completely wrong. He just endlessly attempts to just whitewash all this stuff by obfuscation, confusing the events, the timelines, and mixing them up. That's how he keeps fooling people into believing him. Either that or he doesn't remember. But it was stalking, first of all. Like that was the problem. And I don't even think he knew he was stalking. I mean, he should have. I and other people pointed it out to him many times. This girl clearly does not want anything to do with you. But he can't leave it. Couldn't leave it alone, could he? You just need to get away from the
we're
family.
supposed to watch him and keep an eye on him or something. And so my cousin comes and tells me, he's like, "Man, what's going on?" He said, "They're out there talking about you on Facebook and they're telling me to keep an eye on you and all this stuff." I'm like, "What?" And so I go ask them and they deny it. She was like, "Jameel, I don't know what you got going on." I'm like, "I don't got anything going on. Like, what the fuck you talking about?"
Can you imagine everyone? Like, to be fair, right? And this, and Jameel himself said it earlier. He said, "I ain't been disrespectful, but the level of intelligence," did he say, that he was dealing with. So I imagine this party's a lot of Jamal. What you say about that thing in there? What you say about that thing again? Will you say again? Will you say again? But the idea of these people like ever coming across just this guy's hundreds of thousands of videos of him just relaying his insanity on the air and talking about like people and his thoughts, and he's like, it's the worst thing in the world he could do. Well, no, for himself, but the best thing for us, all of us, and probably himself in the end, is that he reveals his innermost thoughts. But like he's shown his full deck. He says it, and I don't think he realizes how he comes off. I don't think he realizes that he comes off as crazy. And I think that when he hears people say that, he just thinks, oh, it's because I'm talking about, the Manson family. And everybody's like, no, 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 no. Lots of people talk about that. That's why I got interested in him to begin with, because I was like, oh, it's some interesting videos on these things. But it was only when I realized that he was crazy that, you know, I mean, he doesn't see it. Remember the old saying that if you think that you're crazy, you're not crazy. Well, here's the proof. He does not believe he is crazy at all. He thinks he is a completely rational human being, and it's everybody else.
And
And if we could just understand, if you could just see it from his perspective, the man did come out of the snow. Remember when the man materialized out of the snow and chased him? Or was it the leaves? The man materialized from the floor anyway. Of course, this was after Jameel walked apparently dozens of miles without stopping and without any water, and was in a delirious state, and then got admitted to the hospital by police, who found him and were like, "You okay, bud? You okay there, son?" Fucking the guy's dehydrated, walked 30 miles. Fucking hell, man. I'm beating the program. We're beating
and
it no
so
matter
it was
what.
people spreading malicious lies and rumors about
Well,
me
he's getting to the
and
point
telling
finally.
people to watch me and follow me. And I'm like, man, like I'm thinking like
No one made up any lies about you. At all. The criminal record is there for people to see. Stalking, misdemeanor. And then whatever got tagged onto that and gave you, what was it, 9 months or something? I can't remember the exact time, but it was months and months and months in jail. Um, yeah, like people aren't making this stuff up, but you see, again, like to him, where he grows up, and apparently the people he hangs around with, that's probably nothing. He's like, yeah, I went to jail. It's just like, well, do you know what I mean? And stalking's not the only reason he's been like this guy has lived a life of criminality and whatever. I'm not even, I was never judging him on anything, but it's when he starts putting people in danger with, like, it's almost scarier. It is almost more frightening that he actually thought that girl wanted to run away with him than him being like this stalker who's looking at her and trying to get a opportunity to snatch her with malicious intentions. Because I don't know, like, I don't know. I don't know. Again, I've always had confusing, conflicting feelings about Jameel. I don't know whether he is actually a danger to anybody, but I know I wouldn't want, if I had a daughter, subjected to his attention. Definitely not. I'd move away, especially if I found out, his history. And again, like these aren't things that we like people on the internet and I like came up with. Like I just watched your video. We were just watching your videos, and it was like, oh, he's doing this now. He's doing that now. He's doing this. Okay, who's this flower girl? Green eyes, and then it slowly every single video turned into her and about her obsession and about how the love between you that was blossoming. Then you sent her the flowers. And you got the warning, and that's when Jameel fell out with me. And I sent him the email saying that he probably shouldn't. It kind of looks like stalking. He shouldn't. She's like rejecting your advances. Don't, and that was it. I can't remember what the email he sent back was, but it was quite clear that was not happy with that opinion. And thus began this wonderful history, which led to him then actually getting arrested for stalking that girl. Uh, anyway,
Like the intelligence level of some of these people, I was like, if something, we, like these people don't even have high school diplomas. What the hell would they be doing watching somebody? Like, you know what I mean? And so, man, my name was getting trashed and slandered so bad. It's like, and I know everybody around Muskegon Heights and stuff like that. And man, my friend, like, I went to Loftus School, Loftus Elementary in the Heights. Like, I hang out constantly. Like, all these guys know me. Like, my sister also has a child by Willie Sanders. So, uh,
has
I
a
know
child
Baby
by
James.
has a child. Other people has it. It's like a fucking breeding sanctuary. He's a descendant of this dog. Well, that stud over there had these 7 kids, but they have nothing to do with the kids. It's ridiculous breeding criminals and nut jobs. You really stalk somebody, Jameel? Is that true I saw on the internet that you stalking at some girl? I thought you says you went to prison for beating the program.
Poopsie was a good friend of mine. He died that many years ago. Poopsie was a good
R.I.P.
friend of mine. Theodo's like all these people who are well known around heights all know me, and so it was disrespectful to see. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful of other people, but I just felt like to see people who
Go on, say it, you fucking piece of shit. If you think you're above them, Jameel, then stop hanging around with them. And again, I'm kind of taking the piss. I'm sure they're quite. We have them here. I can go outside right now. And it does sound condescending, and I don't care that it sounds condescending, because anybody that listens to this video for longer than like 2 minutes is on my side of the fence. Okay, it's not one of these people. Hey man, you got some tabs, man. I want to smoke, man. We have them here, the cretins, the mouth breathers. But guess what? I don't go hanging around with them and then insulting them. You know, get on with your life.
Who are on parole and probation, people convicted of sex crimes, people convicted of violent crimes, people selling drugs, people getting high on drugs. To
Now he's
see these people run around and slander my name and malicious my name when I'm being stalked and harassed, all these people wearing the same colors, driving around with brights on the car, like, that's harassment. That's contract stalking.
Do you know that since he's going on about like the whole brights on cars and stuff, I always drive around now with my lights on in the daytime. And when I talked about some old man about it, because he did it as well, he came up with he said, yeah, it's especially these days, like when you get taught to drive and stuff like that, it's it's advised batteries are good enough. It's advised that you use alternators, charge your battery obviously as you're driving. Everything's advanced enough now that it's advised that you put your lights on anyway when you're driving around. In the daytime, it's um, it's still good to sort of bring attention to yourself when you're on the road. It's just hilarious that that became a thing. They got the lights on in the daytime. It's like, so what? What are you talking about? I see it all the time. Well, you're getting stalked too. What?
And this was going on for so long. And so, my name was ruined in Mesquite County. Then I was set up for a crime I didn't commit, and I was ruined and I'm alive. And I got some racist dude from England sending me racist.
Why am I racist?
This stuff's crazy. So I just want that be known. I want to speak my piece on that, how my reputation was being ruined around Mesquite County, and it put me in an angry situation because there's a lot of people out here that I don't know, and they would pay people to come look at me kind of weird, and that really made me mad because that's to me that was promoting violence because
What?
like I know a lot of dangerous people, and there's people out there who would kill somebody if they did. There's people out there I know who would kill somebody if they tried to do something to me, and all I would have to do was just tell them who the person was, and that would create an altercation. I'm not like that. I'm not a
Um,
violent person. I like to be at peace with the people
Bill
around me,
threats. They're
but
great.
these criminals
You
set up
criminal.
some sort of illegal ring, and a lot of these people were informants because
We work for the government and the Freemasons and that, but damn, we're scared of Tyrone. He's gonna get Tyrone onto us. If we worked for the government, we'd black van his entire family to some dark spot on the map. Again, I don't know why I stopped this and I'm like, there's a logical fallacy in his bullshit. Yeah, no shit.
one of my good friends, Revell,
Oh, everyone's your good friend, your cousin. I don't know. Did Laurel have a baby by my cousin? He got a
best
baby
friend
by
Revell
me.
Razor, Revell Warren, he was set up,
Everyone knows him. Huge family. Bit like the Gambinos.
but he wasn't one of the people following me around. But he got set up by the people
This is going to end really quickly. How's he going to wrap this up in 3 seconds?
that are following me around. Yeah.
Oh, he did it. He did. He did it. Fair dues. Oh my god, it's the woman. I can't remember. Is that Burger Bitch? Is this Burger Bitch or is that another girl?
Inside the matrix.
I know this was the one that was like she was definitely on drugs and doing favors to gentlemen. Ugh. Oh no, that was the summer where he kept having like 3 second clips where he kept like coercing her into saying things. And at first she seemed very amused by it, but by the end of the summer she seemed very tired and sick of saying like, it's the program. Say it's the program. No, it's the program. Great though. Yeah. You happy? Yeah. Good. See, she happy. End video. Anyway, so that's a quick little update. Yeah. Try it.